Welcome to today's video. I'm the Hooded Lid, and today I wanted to do an inspired by video. I haven't done one of these in a really long time, and it could be because maybe I haven't been inspired. I've changed my light a little bit and we'll see what happens. I have to say, of all the people on YouTube, I think the most talented and the most diversified, the most really skilled makeup artist for me personally is Lisa Eldridge. Many makeup artists here have looks, they're known for something, and it's possible she is known for something too, but she really can do a wide variety of things, and I don't ever see her doing the contour. Well, that's not true. She did a video recently on contouring and bronzing, but she doesn't cake it on. It's like she wants the natural beauty of women to show through and isn't trying to make them into drag queens. And that's something I really appreciate, especially as you get older. You can't wear that much makeup. But anyway, I just adore her. I was inspired by this photo. When I was on her website, I saw it. This woman, let's just say the obvious, I'm 58. This woman is between maybe 18 and 28. So I'm not going to look exactly like her. She has blue eyes, I have hazel eyes, and her skin tone may be a little bit lighter than mine, but I think this is so fresh, so spring, so pretty. I wanted to see if I could do something like this myself. I'm using a couple of products from Rare Beauty, so we're going to get a couple of new things in there so you can see how those work and just have some fun with makeup. As always, I like to start with the base, and the model seems like she's quite a bit more fair than me, and the colors that I'm going to be working with hopefully have a little bit of a bluish undertone, which looks better on more fair skin. So I'm going to use the Kevyn Aucoin Balm, which I have not used in the longest time because it's too light for me. And this is the kind of thing, for me personally, it's hard to get two colors and work them together. You can do that with liquids, but with these not so much. So this kind of works for me a little bit better in the winter, and yet when I tried it last winter, I'm like, oh, you know what, I bet I could wear this. I felt that it didn't feel as comfortable as it does in the summer, which is odd. So I'm just going to kind of buff this in. And this is a brush, a Sephora brush. This comes with its own brush, but I like this one a little bit better. It's not quite as dense. No, I'm going to leave the under eyes alone because I'm not sure I have a color that will work. I'm sure I'll figure something out. And as you can see, there's really pretty decent coverage here, and it's pretty darn quick. And the model's skin has, it doesn't appear to have much shine going on. It's not a glowy foundation, as far as I can tell. There's glow on her face, but it appears to be glow through highlighter, not through the foundation. And this foundation is not particularly glowy. Okay, I think I got a good blend. The coverage is medium, I would say, and it's super fast. So her blush and her lips both have a bluish tone going on, and this is from Rare Beauty. It's called a Happy, and it's supposed to have a blue undertone. They call it a cool pink, and cool pink means bluish undertone. I also have the M Cosmetics in Lilac, so if need be, I can add this. And it looks like her blush is pretty much like a swoop like this and almost goes up. I actually think it did go up into the eyes, so that's what we're going to try here. I think I need to get my beauty blender out for this one because I've seen a lot of videos on this. So I'm going to dispense it on my hand and thin it out. This is kind of risky. I'm going to mix the lilac, and the reason it's risky is these are two different formulations and I'm not sure they're going to work together. It might be better to put one on and then layer the other one on top, but let's see what happens. It's a little strong, but, I mean, I applied it a little bit strong, but most blushes fade a little bit. I'm just going to wipe this off on my hand and go in with the side, the clean side for a blend. And I'm not getting as much lilac as the model has, so I think I am going to go in with a little more lilac on its own. I find this dropper is a little flimsy, a little weird. It always feels like the button is going to jam or break, or I don't know. I wish that was a little more sturdy. I'm going to pick it up with a beauty blender after thinning it out. Okay, I think we're getting there, and I'm going to pull it up to the eye area and just go back with the pink and the lavender. Okay. The model definitely has more lavender than I do, but I think her skin tone probably can take it more than mine can. Let's say the blush is done. I want to take a closer look at the picture now to see what's going on with the eyes. The eyes look very, very simple. She's not hooded. And she didn't bring the color up as high as I did, but there's definitely some of the blush up here, and it looks definitely like there's a slight C shape, which I have also endeavored to accomplish. But I feel that I'm seeing some bronzy brown in there, and I'm going to do the Denona. The color looks very similar to Beach, so that is what I'm going to try. I think I'm just going to put this all over the lid. Her eyes are quite open and her chin is down, so we really can't see what's going on the eye. But it appears to be a very natural kind of look. Alright, that's done. Lisa loves a big lashy look, and I don't, but I'm going to do it. And I also feel like she's done some liner on this eye. And I'm going to go ahead and do a black because I think that's what she did, but she used it very, very thinly. So these come with pencil sharpeners on the end that I have no idea how to use without breaking the whole thing. I just take a paper towel and this is what I do to sharpen my pencil. And see, I don't know if you can see this, but I have managed to get a little bit of a tip on that. There's definitely, I think, some lining here, but it's very, very thin. And she also put mascara on the lower lashes, which I have, you know, I have very, very pale and not too many lower lashes. So I'm going to do my best. Since I don't have concealer on yet, I'm just going to pull down a little bit without worrying about displacing anything. And it looks like she took this liner all the way in. And I don't mind telling you, I feel like I've already gone too heavy. Take a moody, which is a smaller, thinner cotton, and almost take most of it off. And I think that's pretty close. I'm going to try to do something a little bit thicker. Actually, I'm going to do a little tight line first. But the tight line, I'm not doing the whole exposed skin. I'm just working it between the lashes. I'm going to pull you in just a little bit. Alright, my favorite mascara that gives me a really feathery, beautiful look is the Kush. But only the Kush that comes in this size. It's very different when I get it in the real size. I don't understand why. It's not for me to question. But I am going to try to get a feathery look. I don't know, why is it that makeup artists have the ability to make the lashes look like they're just naturally beautiful lashes? You know they're using mascara, but when I put on mascara, it looks like mascara. Okay, we're getting there. I guess it's time to see what we can do under the eyes and then go into highlighter. So for under the eyes, I think I'm going to mix a regular concealer with the foundation. So I just dipped in here with the Pat McGrath brush and dispensed on my hand. And now I want to look for something, maybe my By Terry, and blend them together on the hand. So the By Terry is just a teeny bit lighter than this, and see how that works. I didn't do a dry run on this. I just thought, you know what, I like this. I think some of these Rare Beauty products will work with it. Let's sit down and see if I get a look like this. I am going to pull it out a bit because I feel like the highlighter she used wasn't just right here, but it looked like it kind of started in here and brought all the way out. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think you really have to have pretty young skin. It looked like it goes here and pulls all the way across. So rather than doing that with the highlighter, I'm going to do it with the concealer. And now I'm just going to use the warmth of my fingers to melt everything in. All right, I think we're getting close. Now, the highlighter she used is very, very icy, and you know, it could actually be similar to the Spotlight, but I wanted to take a look at some other things I have. Now, I watch a lot of Lisa's videos going back for a long, long time, and I know that she loves the Becca highlighters in liquid in Pearl. And I've seen her use other liquid highlighters as well. I don't have Pearl. This is Moonstone. Swatch it over that foundation, and it has a little bit of a goldness to it. I think the Charlotte Tilbury is going to be the one. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury. They look kind of similar. No, there's more yellow in this one, I think. So I am going to do my best. Now, the model's quite a bit young, and she takes the highlight pretty much like here, but I have this little allergy zone right here, this little area that kind of, it's like an inverted or upside down triangle, and I don't like to call attention to it, so I'm probably going to do a different placement, but there's absolutely a lot of lightness right there. And I think I'm going to take the Beauty Blender for my tool. This actually could be the hardest part for somebody who is a little bit older and has imperfections. Well, on this side I can see better because there's a door right here, and I think it's pretty. It's not exactly what Lisa has. It's not as icy, but it'll work. I just feel like there's a little more darkness going on here, but when I make this image a lot larger, I'm obviously reference it on my computer here, I don't see darkness except for just the shadow of her lid. But I am thinking I could be blowing it, but I'm going to go in with this shade here. And I'm going to start super light hand. But I do want this shadow to be seen a little bit when the eyes are open. I'm going to blend this. Actually, I should probably use something a little more dense. It's bigger, but it's dense. Okay, I think we are getting there. She has beautiful fluffy eyebrows. Mine are not so fluffy, and I've seen so many people, I'm sure you have too, do videos with these pencils that, or sometimes they're not pencils, sometimes they are liquids where you just do brow hairs, and most people don't like the products that they're trying. They're like, it doesn't quite do it. It does it in theory, but it doesn't really work out that way. So I've never bought one. So I'm just going to brush the brows a little bit and fill them out, but I'm not going to do that fluffiness that she has right in here. I don't think I'd be able to accomplish that. For lips, I was going to do this beauty. This is from Rare Beauty. It's Motivate. And it is a cool, but I don't think that's what's going on in her lips. This formulation is really strange. It's a little bit moussey, but it's not moussey like the Revlon, the Charlotte Tilbury, the Armani, the other mousseys. It's slightly different, and there's a slightly oily nature to it. Mess around with this. So it feels comfortable at first, and then the first time I put it on, and then a few minutes after it dries down, I thought, this is not very comfortable. And then I started playing around with it a little bit, and I am finding it to be comfortable. For most people, I'm sure it will be comfortable. It's just I'm really strange about the lips. And this was so interesting. This will stain your lips. You just give it a second, give it a few minutes, and blot it off, and it's going to leave a nice stain. The lips in the model appear so natural. They just appear to look like lips that have bitten into some kind of berry, like a blueberry, because there's blue on the lips, but there's a little bit of shine and moisture, and it's a very natural look, but it's not a natural color. Well, maybe her lips are that color. Now this is stained quite nicely, and I'm going to try to use this. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get the same lip look, but I'm trying for the color, because the look looks like it's a stain, and I just don't have, I only have one stain, I think. I think there's a little more lavender in hers. Ooh, you know what I have? This might have blue in it. I'm just going to swatch it. I'm going to lighten it up with a little more of this. So we're just making a cocktail on the lips. We're getting close. There's a little bit of shine on the lip, and I'm thinking a Viseart might help me out. This isn't incredibly shiny, but let's see. And this is a little grayish. I think I'm as close as I'm going to get to this. Let me just look at this picture again. So she's like in the frame. She's up, coming down, her chin's kind of like this, and she's looking up like so. There's definitely more blue in her lips and blue on her cheeks. So I'm not sure if I can succeed. I'm going to try. I'm going to turn it over and I want to go with my shadow brush as well and just get a little more of that purple right about here. Okay, 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 okay. I mean, look, I'm not getting the same look, but I think I'm getting really close. Did you guys hear Lucy snoring? Because I don't have my regular light on, which makes noise, and I don't have my fan on. I just little gentle snore. All right, let's try again. I mean, I know that I do not look like her. Our coloring, the skin tone is light. That's what we have in common. And I know that I'm not her age, but who cares? So she's up, coming into the screen. The chin seems to be down, but she's looking up. Okay, so that's it. That's just goofing off. Gee, I sure hope the camera's still going, because I've been looking at that picture. I didn't have my monitor part open. It is. Yay. And, I mean, hey, best I can do with the tools I have, the skill I have, and the face I have. But I think it's super duper fresh. I'm going to pull you out so you can get a better look, because this close up might not be the best look. And there we have it. Inspired by Lisa Eldridge once again. She inspires me a lot. And I just think it's fresh and sweet. The eyes are kind of bothering me because of the liner, I have to say. So that's an area I could improve on, but alright, and this is my usual lighting setup. I just wanted something a little bit cooler because the look of this model, this whole look is quite cool, so I wanted to kind of pull out the yellows in my skin tone. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I might have inspired you to have a little fun with makeup. It's not paint by numbers. Sometimes you just need to set aside 20 minutes to goof off. If you don't like it, you can always wash it off. If you do like it, you might learn a different application, a different tool to use, and just have a little fun. We're buying all this makeup. We need to use it, right? That's going to wrap it up for me, you guys. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.